tricks first time around. Same goes for smokeless tobacco. But here's one that's easier to use. Skoal Long Cut. Now, it's not chewing tobacco. Long Cut means it packs easy. Stays put between your cheek and gum. So Skoal Long Cut makes it easy to enjoy tobacco without lighting up. You can get it in mint or original wintergreen. Easy to use, great taste. That's Skoal Long Cut. It's a lot easier than this.
Today's Southwest Conference game is being brought to you by Coors, by Toyota, by the Jefferson Pilot Company, and by Delta Airlines, by Dodge, and by Curtis Mathis.
Replay of the critical plays that went against Tech in the first half. You can see Hayes, the ball is thrown by Stafford, and watch Hayes' feet. He's at the sideline. He's caught the ball, and he's definitely out of bounds. However, the officials ruled it a completed pass that kept the drive alive, and then Stafford scored. A little bit later, Stafford drops back again. Carter thinks he can make the interception. He comes up, jumps for the ball, and the ball bounces through his hands. Gay makes the reception and goes 69 yards for a touchdown. Those two plays are the difference in the score at this point in time.
So Coach Fred Akers and his Texas Longhorns take a 2-touchdown lead into the second half, but they're going to have to take it out against this guy, Billy Joe Tolliver, who thinks he can guide the Texas Tech Red Raiders right back into this ball game, and I don't think that there's any doubt in his mind that 2 touchdowns are not too much to make up, Coach. I like this kid.
He's very impressive, and the confidence that he exudes is what's amazing to me, because he hasn't had a lot of experience, but he looks as though he's just as solid in there as you can possibly be.
He walks into that huddle, and if somebody hasn't executed their assignment properly, he lets them know about it. He kicks them right you-know-where, or at least pats them where you-know-where. Okay.
As you said a little bit earlier of Bobby Lane.
Oh, boy. Now let's watch as Texas Tech takes over on this kickoff here. And as they bring their offense on for the first time, let's see just what they can do. And I'm sure that Fred Akers has told his defensive unit, you got to stop these guys and take the starch out of them right on their first possession. As Henderson takes the kickoff for the return and is almost knocked down by one of his own teammates just shy of the 20-yard line. It was Beckelman downfield who made the tackle, and Billy Joe Tolliver, the freshman from Boyd, Texas, who was redshirted last year, comes on. He scored the touchdown on a 1-yard plunge.
And you can see how much in charge he is as he enters the huddle to call the play.
Cole and Ferris are the halfbacks. Garnett is the fullback as they come out of the wishbone. They split Walker wide to the left side and put a man in motion. That's Ferris. Tolliver, they slant to the right with Garnett carrying, and that's pretty good yardage on that first down. Boy, you love to get 8 on the first down, and Gerard Senegal, the strong safety, comes up to make the tackle.
And you can see Allert, the linebacker, there's a good block on him. He's not able to fight off the block. Garnett, the fullback, I think they were surprised that he gave the ball to the fullback that time. He picked up 9 yards on the play.
You're looking at an All-America right there, Ty Allard. Second down, we'll call it 1. It's actually about 1.5 yards. And it's a struggle by Cole to get the first down, and I'm not sure he did. Ansel Cole from Jay High School in San Antonio, brought down by Brian Espinoza, number 94, the junior from Whittier, California. Let's see where they mark the ball. It is lined up and still 1 yard short. Third down 1, less than 1 actually.
And a very key play, obviously, for Tech. They must keep possession here.
Tolliver probably wants to throw on this down.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Third down 1. Boy, that would kind of shake up that defense if he could complete 1 here. Third down. They go for the first down on the ground and a fumble, and Billy Joe falls on the ball. It'll be a 4th down.
And that was a very unfortunate miscue again. Somehow Tech has had that happen to them far too consistently, and that's the story of why they have had trouble being ahead on the scoreboard.
That'll bring on the kicking unit. So Tolliver in the first series got within inches of a first down. Back to do the punting is Robert Grimes. 38.3 average today. He's kicking into the wind. Sends it downfield, and Eric Metcalf back for the reception. Takes it at his own 37. Metcalf gets to the 47-yard line before he is brought down. A 37-yard kick and an 8-yard return, and Mitchell made the tackle. The Southwest Conference Cross Country Championship will be held Monday, November 4th in Georgetown, hosted by the University of Texas. The defending national men's champion, Arkansas, will be shooting for its 12th straight conference title, and the defending District 6 women's champion, the Houston Cougars, will try to remain the only team to ever win the women's conference championship. You're all invited to come out. First down, Texas. Brett Stafford, Charles Hunter. The defense reacts, and after maybe 2 yards, it is Larry Mathis, number 96, the defensive left end, and Roland Mitchell, 25, the left quarterback, who stopped the play for Tech. 2nd and 8 coming.
Texas had 2 wide receivers out, split away, but Tech did not widen. They were not concerned about the possible pass on the play.
Brad Hastings is limping off the field now for Tech, and Doug McKinney, number 57, comes in to replace him at middle linebacker.
He can't quite do that. He's too good a player.
And how? Stafford, tailback, Hunter at the 46. Tim Crawford, 92, the tackler after a gain of 4.
Crawford is the defensive end for Tech. We see the Stafford handoff. It was a counter play. Crawford simply fights off the blocker, moves back in, makes the tackle. Excellent defensive play.
3rd down 4. Timmy Crawford out of Houston, Texas. Wideouts to each side. 6 out of 8 3rd down conversions today for Texas. Here comes the blitz. And Stafford eludes the trap. And he is short of a first down, it would appear, as Mike Kinsey, 83, the strong linebacker, makes the tackle.
Well, when you got the blitz on that way and your quarterback avoids the blitz and starts to run, very unusual that he didn't make a big gain.
Now the ball is spotted. He didn't get as much as I gave him credit for. The ball is at the 46. 4th down coming up. Thurman goes back. Number 81, the little guy. And Telchik is in. I believe that's his first punt today. This will be. 81 yards his longest, 43.6 his average. One of the outstanding kickers in the country. He is going to try to get that ball inside the 1-yard line or 2-yard line. It is a 43-yard kick, and it's down by Texas, and it will be down on the 2-yard line.
Excellent coverage by the Texas kicking team.
So we have a timeout here with 11 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Texas leads Texas Tech 21-7. We'll be right back.
Soldier, we know you, courageous and brave. The country you honored, the flag that you wave. Soldier, thank you. On Veterans Day, you're the pride of America.
From the people at Coors to America's veterans.
You're the pride of today.
Everybody who builds trucks likes to talk tough, but only one talks tough and proves it. Dodge. Dodge has behind every one of these truck parts for 5 years or 50,000 miles. Now, how many parts does Chevy and Ford back for the same amount of time? Sure, the others talk tough. Dodge proves it. Dodge. Still America's best backed trucks. That's guaranteed.
Tech has the ball on the 2-yard line. Billy Joe, is he going to throw from the end zone?
I hope so.
Boy, he probably wants to, but they go to the run and they do the pitch, and Ferris gets a little breathing room out to about the 7-yard line, and Richard Peavy, the free safety from Houston, knocks him out.
That kind of ball handling is a little more dangerous in that field position than throwing the ball would be.
I think I'll take the pass. I'll bet you that he tried to talk the coaching staff into throwing on first down. This guy is exciting. 2nd down and 5. Tyrone Thurman splits out wide to the right side for Tech. They're into the wishbone. Stay to the run, go to the fullback. That's McGowan, and McGowan is out across the 10 to about the 11, and just a little bit short of a first down, it would appear. Gained 4 on that play.
And on the previous possession, they came into this third down short yardage and failed to make it. It's a must for them this time in the field position that they have.
Third down, less than a yard to go. Brett Hager, number 60, the middle linebacker on the last stop. Jerry Moore saw his offense breathe some new life into this ball game for Tech. They're down by 14 points with 10:23 to go in the third quarter. Third down. That's the first down with plenty to spare with James McGowan, the fine short yardage runner. Stopped by Britt Hager again, the middle linebacker.
Take a look at the play again because it was such a key play. You see number 66, Keith, and he does a marvelous job of picking off Adams. That opens up the hole, and it was a relatively easy first down on third down short for Tech.
By the way, McGowan's the leading rusher for Tech today with 23 yards. Here's Billy Joe to throw, and he comes deep down the sideline. It is incomplete, intended for Bouvier Dale, coming out of the backfield. Covered by Richard Peavy, the free safety. James Lott was also back there. Billy Joe gives those receivers a chance to run into the ball, double covered or not.
Well-arched pass as we see Tolliver dropping back, a little bit of a roll on it. Hangs it way up there, but Texas has got double coverage. They were looking for pass, and they do a beautiful job of knocking the ball away. Dale had no chance.
Also getting Dale out of bounds.
That's right.
Second down and 10 on the 14-yard line. Texas Tech down by 14 points. Dale in motion. Here comes the blitz. And the handoff doesn't work, mainly because Chris Dulabin, number 39, was coming on the blitz, and they get nothing out of that one with McGowan carrying. In fact, lost some yardage.
Hard to make the draw go against the blitz. Sometimes they will penetrate deeply enough that the ball carrier has the bend going by him as they are blitzing, but that time Texas was under great control.
Texas bringing James Lott and 4 other deep backs, and Billy Joe wants to call a timeout. He looked at that defense, something looked a little strange to him. Texas going into a prevent defense, if you will, and Billy Joe goes to the sideline to talk to his coaching staff. 9:14 to go in the third quarter. Texas leads Texas Tech 21-7. We'll return to Austin after this.
Fly Delta to Europe.
To London. It's the only place to holiday.
And Delta gets you there.
Why, Frankfurt and Germany is the only place to have a good time. But Delta gets you there.
Come to Paris. Need I say more? And Delta gets you there, too. London, Frankfurt, or Paris. The choice is yours.
More than telephone service, the Southwestern Bell Network is the messenger of the information age.
There are more than 1,000 7-Eleven stores in our automatic teller system, and we needed a digital network to efficiently handle transactions. We went with Southwestern Bell Telephone. Now we have a system we can all bank on.
To put information into motion, call Southwestern Bell Telephone. We're online with the future.
Remember to stay tuned for the end of the game when Bud and I will be picking the Dodge player of the game. That'll be coming up near the end of today's game. Third down, 12. Dale in motion to the right side for Tech. Oliver cranks it up, lets it go. Dale is out there, dives for the ball. Did he come up with it? He did. First down for Texas Tech. Chris Dulabin over there covering the back, coming out of the backfield, but Billy Joe made it work for 21 yards.
Excellent throw on the play. As we watch the defensive secondary of Texas give it their drop. They're all back. They're thinking pass. They've got everyone covered relatively well. The receiver, when the ball is thrown that well, can always keep his body between the defender and the ball. And they did make the completion a key play.
From the 33, Tech goes to the run. Nothing there with James McGowan being belted right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be second down for Tech. 10 yards to go.
And pass coming up.
It is 21-7 Texas, 8 minutes, 36 seconds left to play in the third quarter on an overcast and rather chilly day in Austin. The temperature in the middle 50s. So Billy Joe Tolliver calls it on second down and 10. He sends Ferris in motion to the left side, and the blitz coming. He throws. That one is incomplete. He had to dump that ball and get rid of it in a hurry as Wayne Walker was the man in the pattern, but he had double coverage from Tillman and Peavy. So Billy Joe does recognize the defenses, it would appear, Coach.
Also had poise enough to get rid of the ball. When if he had held it just one more count, the blitz would have been very successful. Good defensive play by Texas, though, covering the receivers as well as they did with as many men as they did have committed to the blitz.
Thurman comes in, Perkins goes out. Thurman bringing the play in. The 5'2", 128-pound wide receiver splitting to the right side, and Walker to the left side on third down. Here comes the blitz again. The pass deflected and knocked down. It'll be fourth down coming up. This time it was Ty Allard who was coming hard. So it is fourth down. The punting unit will come on, and a good defensive effort by the University of Texas.
Those two first downs were very important, however. Much easier to be kicking from where Texas is than where Tech is than from your own end zone.
Robert Grimes back to do the punting. Texas going for the block, missing it. And Eric Metcalf will have to let the ball roll. Good kick. Ball out of bounds somewhere on the 22-yard line. A 44-yard kick. And it'll be Texas ball on the 22. Texas leading it 21-7. Next Saturday, there's more explosive action on the Raycom Sports Network. These same Texas Longhorns will travel to the Astrodome in Houston to take on Coach Bill Yeoman's defending Southwest Conference co-champion Houston Cougars. That's Texas and Houston next Saturday at 12 noon on these Raycom Southwest Conference stations.
And this is the critical defensive series for Tech. If they can stop Texas, keep them from making a first down, they'll have good field position, and Tolliver is gaining confidence with each possession of the ball.
So Texas with Brett Stafford, who is quarterback all the way today, has a wide out to each side. Stafford handing off to his fullback. Ooh, big yardage by Jerome Johnson as he saw enough daylight to get out to the 27-yard line before King Simmons, the free safety, could bring him down. A 6-yard pickup on a first down call.
We take a look at Chester, the guard there, number 72, and you can see him pulling out and then hooking the defensive end and knocking him to the inside, keeping his feet, driving him back, and that makes it very easy for Johnson to pick up nice yardage on the play. Beautiful blocking.
Second down, 4 on the 27 of the Longhorns. Chilton over the ball. Stafford on a straight drop, throws over the middle for Gay, and it's incomplete. Everett Gay leaping to try to pull that ball down at the 46-yard line, and King Simmons had the coverage on the play. Remember, it was Gay who caught the 69-yard tip pass for a touchdown in the first half.
This is great defensive secondary play as we watch Stafford drop back. Good protection by the Texas line. He's not hurried. He delivers the ball, and it's got a good arc on it. But you can see how rapidly the Tech defenders moved over. Simmons knocking the ball away.
Third down, 4 for Texas. Stafford, long count, could be checking off. Pitch the tailback Hunter. And Hunter is stopped at the 32, and it will be very close. And he may have the first down as Roland Mitchell, number 25, the left cornerback, a junior out of Bay City, makes the tackle. It is a first down for Texas.
Reasonably good backing and very determined running by Hunter.
Danny Akers taking the instructions from his father. Here comes the sign for the play. William Harris is coming at tight end. Tim McCray has gone out. Harris had an injured hand earlier in the game on a diving catch that he made near the near sideline. He comes split to the right side. And Russell Hayes is out wide to the right. The fullback, Johnson and Jerome to the 39. Larry Mathis, 96, makes the stop. They'll put that ball in the 38 in place of the 39.
The Texas offensive line is beginning to handle the line and linebackers of Tech.
After a gain of 6, it'll be second down 4 for the Longhorns. Texas Tech is 3-4. They won their first 3 games of the year against New Mexico, Tulsa, and North Texas. Then have lost to Baylor, Texas A&M, Arkansas, and the heartbreaker 2 weeks ago to Rice. Last week they were idle. Second down. The running play with Hunter does not work. James Johnson, the weak side linebacker, the junior from Lubbock High. There he is, number 40, old Dynamite himself. Third down coming up.
And we take a look at the play again, and you can see the defensive linemen are tougher than the Texas offensive linemen. They're able to move in, stop the play, and no gain when it appeared that Texas was beginning to move the ball. Kinsey making the key tackle.
Third down. 3rd and 4. 7 out of 10 for Texas on third down conversion. Stafford stumbling a little bit. He turns the run into a first down with plenty to spare. He's into Tech territory. A flag goes down as he hits the 38-yard line of Texas Tech, and we'll see what the flag will mean. Clipping. Texas.
Look at 94 on White, the defensive tackle Davis, and you can see how easily we let him come through, and he gets so much penetration. It's simple for Stafford, simply while he was blinded, to roll out, move downfield, pick up the first down on the play in a sizable gain, but it is nullified to a degree by the clipping penalty. However, he had made enough yardage that is our first down on the play.
They got enough by 1 yard. The penalty, the 15-yarder marked from the point of the foul. And it brought the ball back to the 43. And that was a yard to spare. Stafford quickly to the sideline, back into the huddle and out of the huddle, and Hayes goes wide to the left side and Everett Gay to the right side for the Longhorns. 21-7. Texas, third quarter, 5:10 to go. And Stafford throwing on the run. Hayes, a diving catch. 11 yards and a first down. The coverage by Roland Mitchell, but that's kind of a tough pass to cover against.
No way. It was a sprint out pass off of sort of a bootleg fake. As we take a look at it again, you can see Stafford rolling to the outside. Hayes is well covered, but when you're coming back to the ball and it's that well thrown, you have your body between the defender and the ball, and he cannot get to it.
So Russell Hayes from San Antonio is the senior. First down, Texas, 47-yard line of the Red Raiders. Stafford back to the run. That means the tailback, Hunter, and Hunter gets good blocking from the right side of the line following John Stewart, and King Simmons makes the hit down around the 37-yard line as he gets 8 on that one.
And Texas is doing a good job of mixing the pass and run, and you can see the lineman from Tech thinking pass, penetrating, and that gets them where they cannot move in on an angle of pursuit. Hunter finds a little daylight, and there's no pursuit there. He picks up very close to the first down on the play.
Second and short, 2 yards we'll call it. Got a wide out to the left, that's Gay. Split to the right side is Russell Hayes. Hunter breaking a tackle and getting the first down. Down to the 34 where Larry Mathis, 96, who has been very busy today. He's out of Adamson High School in Dallas. Makes the stop. They mark the ball at the 35 in place of the 34. It is still a first down. Brett Akers has got to like the way now that the offense has taken control in this drive. They're using the clock and they're marching down the field, and they've got a 2-touchdown lead, and they've got to feel pretty comfortable right now.
And they're balancing their pass and run very well. Stafford is checking signals quite often at the line of scrimmage.
Stafford, play action, rolling right and throwing, and it is Johnson out of the backfield, the fullback, and he is dumped at the 30.
Stafford does a good job of throwing on the run. He's been on the move most of the time when he has thrown the ball, but he's thrown with extreme accuracy.
Gain of 6, second down 4 coming up. Carl Carter gets the last tackle, and the clock shows 3 minutes coming up with Texas leading 21-7.
Line scrimmage is the 29.
Texas Tech won 2 ball games, as we alluded to earlier here. One before they remember the conference, and then one in 1967 on this turf. Stafford in trouble throwing and getting it to his fullback. Flag on the play, however. Jerome Johnson has rolled out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. King Simmons making the hit, and we've got a clipping penalty against Texas.
And Stafford again did a marvelous job of avoiding a blitz to get rid of the ball and completed the pass. The clipping penalty holder is going to nullify it.
So this foul took place in the 35-yard line. And here comes the march. 15 Biggins. Going out of the ball game now is Artis Jackson for Texas Tech as they make a switch on the defensive line.
You watch Stafford on the replay here, spinning out. The tackle is blocking for him, 72, and you can see the clip. That's just as bad a clip as you can possibly make. If he had not done it, of course, the passer would have been rushed. The pass was completed, but a good call on the clip.
Second down, 19. Stafford doesn't get too much. Carrying that ball to the 48-yard line, getting only about 2. Perry, defensive tackle. And there on the stop. Charles filling in. He's rotated for Scott Davis. So now Stafford looks to the sideline for help. Third down, 23.
And Texas is thinking, let's make enough yardage on this play to give Ward the field goal position, even if we do not get the first down.
They send 3 wide receivers to the left side. That splits the coverage. Now it's Hunter back in motion to the right side, and Stafford, he was down to 2 seconds on the clock, and he looked up there and said, wait a minute, let's don't take any more penalties here. He calls a timeout.
3 wide receivers going out, then a man in motion, and it takes a little while.
So we're down to a minute 59 to go in the third quarter. Texas still leads by 2 touchdowns.
Not so very long ago, the average 4-cylinder engine looked something like this. But these days, 4-cylinder engines look a little more like this. That's why we developed new Valvoline 4-Guard motor oil, specially formulated to protect today's harder-working, more complex 4-cylinder engines. And it won't break down, even after 7,500 miles. Times have definitely changed. So maybe it's time to change your oil to new Valvoline 4-Guard.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A baseball player. A movie star.
At Pilot Life, we know how important dreams are.
An astronaut.
After all, we've been insuring them for over 80 years.
A teacher.
With affordable life insurance policies that can guarantee your children's dreams.
A doctor.
Where are you going to get the money to be a doctor?
My daddy.
At Pilot Life, we believe nothing should happen to your children's dreams if something should happen to you. You see, we never forget that behind every policy is a person.
Merle Herman and Bud Wilkinson with you in Austin, Texas, where Texas leads 21-7. That was the score at halftime. We've got a minute 59 seconds left to play in the third quarter, and Texas is looking at a 3rd and 23. Stafford at quarterback. Here comes the blitz. Safety blitz this time. He gets that pass away for Hayes, and they pick up enough yardage, although it's not a first down, but they got what you were talking about, Bud. They put Ward in field goal range. Eric Everett had the coverage, and they get 19 on that play.
Excellent execution on third down passes by Stafford with great consistency. This is the best pass defense in the Southwest Conference, and he's burned them on third down and long yardage 4 times.
It'll be 4th and 4. And the field goal unit is on with Danny Akers to hold. Jeff Ward, all Southwest Conference kicker a year ago. He'll be going from the 36, add 10 to that, 46-yard effort, left hash mark. Ooh, that'll get him a little closer, unless somebody in the offensive line moved.
You get him a first down if the offensive line didn't move.
Apparently, Gene Chilton, the center, moved, and that will cost Texas 5, and that should make it, let me see, 40. Ooh, boy, that gets Ward back there pretty deep.
I think he's got range enough if he hits it the way he would like to hit it.
Jeff Ward, he's half of the great kicking game of Texas. Of course, Telchik, one of the outstanding punters in the nation. Last year, he set a record against Tech for best average. This could be a 51-yard effort by Jeff Ward. Danny Akers holding. Looks like he's got the distance. 51-yard field goal.
All that movement by the Tech men, linebackers, just doesn't disturb his concentration in the slightest. He keeps his eye perfectly on the ball.
Down to a minute 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Texas builds its lead by 3 points, 24-7. We'll be back.
In countries you've never heard of. Through towns you could never find. Toyota has the corner on performance. Now it's at your Toyota dealers. MR2 twin-cam two-seater mid-engine design. Celica GTS all-new twin-cam, all-new front-wheel drive. Now, on top of reliability and dependability, your Toyota dealer has the corner on performance, too. Who could ask for anything more?
No matter how hard you work, Right Guard can help keep you smelling good for up to 24 hours.
You work hard, you need Right Guard.
This is Brush Plus from Gillette. A shaving concentrate and brush in one. A brush to lift whiskers, a concentrate to soften them. A shave that is superior. Brush Plus for a superior shave.
Want to see the longest 4 seconds in a coach's life?
The Student Association is located right back across the street from the stadium.
Waiting to see if it was good.
If they hadn't completed that pass, he would not have been in range.
Refreshments and fun. All Texas Texas.
So Jeff Ward, a 51-yard field goal, the second longest of his career. He's had a 52-yarder, and he'll be handling the kickoff right now. Ward from Westlake High School right here in Austin, a junior.
His 12th field goal of the year.
Last year, remember, he kicked those 2 field goals out in Lubbock in the last minute or so. In fact, the winner came with only 3 seconds left as Texas beat Tech 13-10 in Lubbock a year ago.
Jeff Walker will kick off.
Walker and Henderson are deep. It'll go to Walker about 5 yards deep in the end zone. He's going to bring it out. Comes out to about the 17.
Have to admire his aggressiveness, but question his judgment.
Yeah, 5 yards a little deep to come back.
Number 84 on the stop.
So Billy Joe Tolliver and company come on the field. Billy Joe appeared in the last few minutes of the Rice game, almost brought Tech to a victory. In fact, the ball was dropped to the end zone after time had run out, or Tech would have won that one. Billy Joe from his own 17. On the option, he pitches to Cole, who fumbles the football. Texas going after it. Looks like the Horns have it. And Peavy, the free safety, comes up with a recovery. Boy, that's going to be a tough one for Tech to overcome now.
Gives Texas great field position as we look at it again. Tolliver goes down the line, fakes to the fullback, and he made the right pitch, but Cole just simply failed to handle the ball properly, muffed it, bounces around. Texas recovers, and they have the ball on the 16-yard line. I think that's the first turnover of the game.
So Texas right back on the doorsteps of Texas Tech again. A minute 31 seconds to go in the third quarter. Blitz is on. Stafford eludes it. Throws on the run. Has it completed to his fullback, Jerome Johnson, who's out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Scott Davis had the tackle. Bill Boyd Bryant is now in the ball game for Texas. And the blitz was coming. It looked like Carl Carter was coming from the left side.
Stafford really does a marvelous job here. As you see him rolling out, one man going the wrong way, but he simply comes fast enough, quickly enough to get the corner turned, and then while moving forward drills the ball downfield. Excellent reception, but a great play by Stafford.
Leonard Jones is coming out of the backfield in the blitz. And touchdown Texas as Darren Norris scores his 3rd touchdown of the year. So the Longhorns, who did not score for the first 13 minutes or so of this third quarter, have now come up with a field goal and a touchdown and lead it 30-7 with 59 seconds remaining, and Ward is in there for the extra point try with Danny Akers to hold. Ward is perfect. 17 out of 17. 18 out of 18 field goal, or rather extra point wise this year. 59 seconds to go. 31-7 Texas.
And let's take a look at the touchdown play again. Stafford, the quarterback, spinning out, handing it off to Norris. And you can see the beautiful read that he makes as he cuts back slightly to find plenty of daylight and move it into the end zone. Take a look at it one more time from behind, and you can see him make that little bit of a weave, and I see him cut back, going against the grain, finding the daylight, moving to the touchdown.
Darren Norris from El Camino, California, who had rushed for 246 yards coming to this ball game today, which gave him an average of 8.5 per carry. Got to be impressed with Darren Norris. 59 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Ward will handle the kickoff. Once again, back deep, Keith Henderson and Wayne Walker for Texas Tech. Ward booms this one back into the end zone, and this time I think Walker probably had a note from the sideline after the last kickoff. If it's that deep, don't bring it back. It'll be the Raiders' ball, 1st and 10 of their own 20. 2 plays, 15 yards after the fumble recovery.
It's got to get the Tech team jobbers down just a little bit to turn it over. They played an excellent third quarter, weren't able to score, but they certainly were threatening Texas all the time, and now, of course, the score is widened to the point it will be very difficult.
Let's see if Billy Joe will throw on first down here. He's into the wishbone. 1st and 10 from the Tech 20. Nope, they'll stay with the run. They come back on a reverse, and Walker is at the 30. Walker at the 40. Walker should go all the way on this baby. Touchdown! Wayne Walker from Jefferson High School in Waco, Texas, got a key block from Aubrey Richburg, number 54, the left tackle, and that's all he needed. 80-yard touchdown run by Wayne Walker with world-class speed.
Great execution of the deep reverse. The play looks almost like the wishbone option, but the pitch is going to the flanker coming back from the other side.
Mallory for the extra point try, and this is just the old chip shot for him. It's good. So Texas Tech comes back to score quickly after Texas had scored following the fumble recovery. 31-14 Texas.
Watch the execution of Tolliver here as he pitches the ball almost the same way he would if it were the regular option play, and Lawrence is coming back to the opposite side, and you can see the great speed. He also got a fine block from his flanker there, and there's nobody going to catch this man once he's in the open with room to run.
So Walker with that 80-yard strike.
And we take another look at it. You can see how Texas does move with the start of the quarterback, Tolliver, going in the wrong direction, and when the pitch comes, they're all moving the wrong way. There was a fine block that time by the flanker, and Lawrence is absolutely off to the races, and it is an easy score.
So Wayne Walker, longest touchdown run from scrimmage this year in the Southwest Conference.
And he's pretty happy, and just toss the ball to the official, and wait till we get the ball again, we'll do it again.
You know, Walker had committed to come to the University of Texas and changed his mind, went to Texas Tech. He was really looking forward to this ball game today. He was one of the most sought-after high school players in Texas at Jefferson Moore and Waco. He's a happy kid right now. Scott Segrist will handle the kickoff for Texas Tech. The freshman from Coronado High School in Lubbock. Bangs it downfield into that wind. High. It'll be Eric Metcalf from the 5 on the return. The pursuit is there, and he gets crunched at about the 12.
Well, Texas again was looking for an onside kick, had 9 men up within 15 yards of the ball, and left Metcalf all alone. He couldn't get much blocking for him.
First down on the 12-yard line. Tim Singley made that tackle. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Texas leading at 31-14. You know, this was kind of a dull quarter for about 12 minutes.
Texas was getting control of the game, and then they got that fortunate fumble and the easy touchdown after the field goal where they completed a key pass to put Ward within range, but Tech is back with that beautiful executed reverse play by Lawrence.
First down on the 12. Stafford at quarterback for UT. Fumbled by Jerome Johnson. He goes after the ball himself, though, and he may have come up with it at about the 17-yard line.
And everybody that's a Tech fan is thinking fumble or interception. Somehow we're going to get a turnover from Texas. Let's take another look at it. Stafford, who's gone all the way at quarterback, handing the ball off. The ball gets away, but it's one of those beautiful bounces. Comes right back up to Johnson.
So it is a second down and 6, and we have 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Tailback gets the call. That's Charles Hunter and Doug McKinney, the middle linebacker, there to meet him just shy of the 20. Got 3 yards on the play, and the third quarter has come to an end. It'll be about 3 yards short of a first down when we resume play in the fourth quarter. And we'll be back after these messages from your local stations on the Raycom Sports Network.